And we're live. Dun dun dun.
Nice.
Welcome back to the world of Cairne.
Good evening.
Perfect timing. Welcome, Snacks.
Just made it.
Woo!
Perfect timing. Perfect.
Awesome.
So here we are.
Sorry, I had an event that was supposed to take an hour, but more like an hour and a half away to get back from in another town. So
That's all
work
right.
Work event today.
We literally just went live.
Yeah, we just
Yay!
did. Plus,
Ow.
you know our rules. Real life first. So you're good. All right. So, would anyone care to do a recap? Gotten so spoiled, you guys doing that?
Oh, well, if you say so, I mean, then it's your turn, right?
He likes to remain spoiled. That's
Yeah.
how this works.
I'm the DM. I get spoiled.
Yes, he does all the other work, and we show up and remember stuff.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
talk.
yeah. I
And
forgot.
we throw little rocks with numbers on them at the ground, and then they tell us things.
Math rocks.
Yes, number rocks.
The number rocks are very important. I will make an attempt. So when we began our last session, we were in the midst of a rather quiet and furious combat. A number of Galdawina elves had arrived while Wilhelm and Listener were on lookout and were attempting to spirit Wilhelm away. We managed to fend them off. In the midst, yet another elf arrived, but this one was an old friend, so nobody was complaining. It was very good to see Van Waren again, though he did seem quite beat up.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. He's the best, but he takes his lumps.
He's the best at taking those lumps.
He is.
Yes, indeed.
So, by his report, Kaz was still alive and was being held in a central location deep in the heart of the local Elven enclave at the volcano. We, being rather fond of Kaz and being good-hearted sorts generally, decide to make an attempt to rescue him from this. Do not remember that we have been tempted by a lush and verdant valley full of resources to repair the Orti. This is purely out of the goodness of our hearts.
Purely.
This is mostly a good aligned party.
Yeah.
We have decided upon a somewhat more stealthy approach on the assumption that any number of elves above like 10 we have no chance against.
They are a little stronger than normal for some reason.
Unusually so, and unfortunately, they are not so dependent upon their fungal infection that Listener has a one-hit kill against them with the antifungal aura. All it does is make them a little weak.
Yeah.
Which is to say, not at advantage.
Which is still a big deal especially if you meet more than a few.
Neutralizing any more than one or two advantages is usually like a very good class feature, so I'm not complaining I can do it with a spell.
A cantrip at that.
A cantrip? No, it's a level 1 spell, actually.
Oh,
I get two shots of that a day.
Okay. And it was... I have to say, when I wrote that spell, I had no idea it was going to be as useful as it turned out to be.
I cast this thing every day, multiple times a day, and it saves my ass every single time.
Well, it's kind of like you in the spiritualist class. You didn't realize the spiritualist class would be like as necessary as it's turned out to be.
Oh yeah, the spiritualist has turned out to be incredibly useful.
As an Ogham spiritualist, possessing none of the traditional D&D skill set, I must use every part of the class in order to do anything.
Yeah. But you have turned out to be an integral part of the overall party because of your abilities.
And I'm so glad to be here as the big plant man. But we have made it to a valley, narrow and relatively comfortable, here approaching this central pond at the base of the volcano. Really a lake. It's quite large. We have not been spotted yet, as far as we can tell. What we were just doing is looking forward, seeing that the terrain is becoming more verdant as you approach the shores. On the southern side of the valley, there is visibly a field of enormous mutant dandelions whose seed pods are continuously drifting out over the water. They are some 3 foot tall, and they have given Wilhelm an idea.
Yes. An interesting idea at that.
Yes. But we may or may not do that. The initial plan was find a secure, relatively stealthy location and allow the stealth-skilled scouting party to go forward and reconnoiter a little bit. But you never know what this bunch is going to do. I think that catches us up, though.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Very well done.
No problem.
Very well done. All right, so here we are looking out over the water. The lush, verdant green along the volcanic soil at the water's edge is very tempting, obviously. The gentle floating of the dandelion fronds across the water. And of course, the occasional screams, hoots, hollers, yells, and whimpers that echo out through the valley. Can't forget those.
No, definitely not. It's a bit spooky here, but it's nice.
Yeah.
You say about Cairne as a whole, really.
This is true. So, we're sitting here, right? Yeah, you're kind of at this little pass that goes through. Nobody's spotted you yet. You don't really see much activity at this point. From what you've been told, Kaz was taken by a raiding group into the volcano.
Yes.
I think I'd like to use, as we start to proceed, I think I'd like to maybe just use my scoped bucket.
Scoped bucket.
The scoped bucket.
Uki would like to use her scoped musket to just kind of scan along the ridge to just make sure there's not any hidden snipers or whatever. Just to see, because we're hearing these screams, I want to take a look and see perhaps any activity, anything we should be extra careful about.
Oh, very good call. Very good call. Give me your perception. Let's have a look. See what you see. That's a very good roll.
Ooh, yeah.
Show me the direction you're looking. You have a pretty wide arc, between here and here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm looking. Can you see that? That little mark I just did, or do I need to do the right thing?
Should be able to hold down.
Yeah, and that. So basically, if we're facing in towards to the right, or to the north side. Yes, on that side of the ridge.
Okay, so along the ridge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will say that with that roll, you scan around. Every now and then you will see like an elf or a small group of elves huddled around something and tearing something apart, or picking their nose or doing crazy things. As you scan from south to north through that, the arc, the angle that you're moving, as you get right along the edge, right about here, you see this towering elf, kind of just trotting through. And every time he comes across another elf, in fact, he actually stops and just gets into like a literal brawl with them. And you can tell like he is overpowering. them when he does. Like, this is a beefcake of an elf. He's covered in all these crazy tattoos. He's wearing pretty much nothing but a loincloth. And as you look a little closer, you notice that he's got shackles around his wrists and ankles. Completely bald, except for a small, kind of unkept beard. Just angry as hell looking, and he's actually walking your direction.
I am going to share this information with the rest of the party to say, do you know any, does this elf make sense to you?
I'm just gonna have listener see how stealthy he's feeling. Pretty stealthy. Stealth is good. Stealth is good.
Yeah, I need to see how stealthy I am.
Back on track there, listener.
Yep.
Those wounds are healing.
Yeah, very transparent today, like glass. But he really is the best at stealth. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, of course I am.
That wasn't even a 20.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's
Two
the
away,
best
though.
at everything.
Except magic.
Yeah, we don't do magic here.
Well, it's only because
do a
you've never tried, though.
You're right. Oh,
Yes.
So yeah, you guys are. Everyone's like, where'd they go? Damn it. But yeah, he's steadily trotting your way. It doesn't look like he knows you're there. He's just kind of mauling his way through the crowd.
Responding to Uki, listener goes, he seems unusual. Perhaps we hide, and then I may attempt to speak with him via his mind. In this way, we do not give away our position.
I think this is an extremely wise idea. I suspect the other elves won't see us because they're distracted with their own tasks, and they're also being a bit distracted by him coming through. So they're probably trying to stay out of his way now as well. So, yes, best we be discreet.
Okay.
Because at this point, it's just table talk. It's listener and I up front. Is that how we left it?
Yeah, I think we were assembling the Ford stealth party, and I think it was like you and me and Van Warren.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay, great.
All right. So
I think we're probably standing sort of Fords.
if we're all going stealthy, then Uki, give me a stealth roll as well. All right, all very good rolls.
Mhm.
Okay, so you guys kind of nestle in, get hunkered down amongst the rocks and sand. So this figure comes striding up, just set-jawed, determined, stoic, just rippling lean muscle from head to toe. It's kind of intimidating to watch. Let's get a secret dice roll in real quick.
Secret roll.
it's a secret.
He does not appear to notice you.
Okay.
That's not very secret.
About how far away is he?
We're gonna say he's passing within about 20 feet.
Okay. I will attempt to communicate with him telepathically.
All right. Without giving anything away, if this were to happen to a certain elf trotting along, would he resist it?
No.
Okay. In that case, you may communicate. The channel is open.
Why do the other elves chase you?
another one. Another voice. No, that one's always been there. That's what's always been there. No, it's a new one. It's a new one. No, he's always been there. That's an old voice.
No, I am a new voice.
What? No, it can't be. It can't be. There's no new voices. Not since the last one.
I assure you, I am a new voice. I am an outside voice. I am familiar with the nature of these things.
What? An outside one?
Yes.
No, it can't be. It can't be. No, there are no outside voices. Silence them all.
There's definitely a degree of fairly extreme paranoia here that you're encountering.
Oh yeah, I was picking it up.
But I don't see anything different about him.
No, he seems normal. Seems perfectly fine.
He's normal to me. Yeah.
He's causing listener a minor concern in that Van Warren is equally Galduina in that he also definitely hears voices, but listener has never seen Van Warren quite so erratic. He'll take a moment to consult, actually, Van Warren on this one, keeping the line open to the mysterious and tall elf.
Alright.
Van Warren, he seems very disturbed.
There is a picture there in Discord for you guys.
Look at the picture first, and I will reply.
Yes.
Ah. Oh.
Heavily tattooed, indeed.
Heavily tattooed, yes.
Beefcake?
Beefcake.
Oh, well, you see, like I said, they're madder than I am. But honestly, in the terms of all the elves that I know, I'm probably the most sane. Except for the queen. It's kind of.
Kind of
So,
a special case.
I am the best at being sane. Therefore, I can tell you that I am completely sane, and that one is probably insane.
Yes, thank you for your advice, Van Warren. I feel you may be correct.
Yes. So expect every other elf to be like them. I'm just different.
Yes, he's just built different.
I am, yes, indeed. I am built different.
All right. So, returning to the tall and muscled elf. Can I make some sort of attempt to calm him? I would love to make an attempt.
I tell you what. Give me a medicine check.
Ooh, fun. Fun times.
Okay.
Ooh, it low.
All right, you're just not picking up. Like, it's hard. It's insanity, and insanity is a weird concept for you.
Yeah.
Like, how is one mind broken different from another? I mean, why aren't you all the same?
Indeed, he's not dealt with too much of that, apart from, Van Warren, who he at first interpreted as just possessing multiple internal voices, a sort of self-inconsistent hive mind. But now he's just kind of Van Warren.
Just Van Warren.
For now.
Yes, that is an important thing to mention. Returning to the conversation with no additional means to understand him. Where are you going?
Away! Anywhere! Not here! Over there!
I can usually pick up their senses all right doing this. Do I know where he's looking when he says over there?
It's kind of a random direction, really.
Just off.
Just
Off and away.
Just away.
Not here.
Not
Over
here.
there.
Hmm. 'Tis very dangerous over there. That's generically true. It doesn't matter which way he's looking when I say that. It's just true.
This it is. So the rest of the party is still kind of away
Mhm.
a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They are indeed away.
Oh, I can feel this man about to roll some dice.
Well, you see, the rest of the party's been ambushed. They're dead.
Everyone's
That's why we had them take a defensible position from which they could not be seen.
Did they listen? No.
We can only hope.
I
We can
would
only hope.
actually like the other group, if you would. Whoever is on watch, give me your perception rolls, please. Very good. Also good. Genesis, you want in on that too? Or?
Oh, Genesis roll.
Lol.
Oh, you did.
Might as
I'm
well
sorry.
not had.
I'm sorry.
Number so small he didn't even see it.
Oh,
it
his
skipped right
perception
by.
of my perception was pretty bad. GG.
Yep, we both failed.
Oh, rip.
So, it's okay. You guys, where you're at, where you're hunkered down, not too far away, obviously, but where you're hunkered down, you do actually see some movement heading your way from the north, coming towards the pass. It looks like a raiding party, about 7 or 8 riding ants. They're not rushing, they're moving at a kind of a lackadaisical pace, talking amongst themselves, twitching, being weird. But they're definitely making their way towards you.
You know, twitching. Just a general being weird.
It's just something they do. That's their culture.
Yeah. Twitchy.
Well, that's not good.
So yeah, just so you're aware.
We are aware.
I make everyone aware, even if they didn't see them, so we all know they're coming.
Yeah.
I'll consult with Uki for a moment. The large elf is somewhat disturbed, but does not seem to be a particular threat to us. I'm uncertain what to do about him.
Well, perhaps, could you communicate with him to ask whether he'd give us any difficulty passing through here? Do you feel like that's a conversation you can have with him?
Well,
I
can ask. He seems quite intent on going off that away. Mental image. And being very far away from here. I do not think he would trouble us. He seems to be somewhat at odds with the other elves here. I cannot help but feel that he will meet his end if he journeys alone.
Well, are your thoughts that perhaps he might be an asset to our party, or could he draw attention to us from the other elves, possibly?
No. No, I do not think he will be a net benefit, necessarily. He seems somewhat unfathomable. This from a former member of a, thousands to hundreds of thousands sized hive mind. The madness of a good bog standard Galduina is not something he's going to process.
Yeah. Just you using the word unfathomable has me concerned. I trust. Yes. I trust your judgment in this. I think that. I think my greatest concern is just from the observations of what he was doing, going through and brawling with the other elves. Is that do we want to make sure we make a wide berth of him and let him go on his merry way? That's not a very Dookie thing to say, but I just said merry way.
That's fine. So, as you guys are discussing this, what is the other group doing? Are you hunkering down more? Do you want to warn the others? What do you want to do?
Well, Saoirse and Wilhelm noticed, so I think Wilhelm already said that he had, shared it with everyone who did not notice. So Saoirse is going to sort of tap Genesis and, she's going to tell her to ping to tell listener to tell the others that are up there. We may need backup soon.
So that changes the calculus here a little bit. If listeners being warned that a full elf raiding party is coming at the back group.
Yep.
Yes. The little siren goes off and he makes a judgment call. He doesn't make a lot of those, but he makes a judgment call. He says to Uki and Van Waren, elves are closing in on our friends to the rear. We must return.
They're really good at doing that, actually. Closing in rear.
And then to the big elf. He says, have you considered this direction?
Outside voice is back. Outside voice is back.
And you receive a mental image of the direction of the, that we're about to be going in, basically. He's trying to drag you into the fight. But you don't know that. Unless you're particularly perceptive in your insanity.
I will say that
you sent like just a.
Go ahead.
Like the mental image of like a
direction.
A direction, like the field of trees in that way instead.
Yes. Just like imagine if he had himself pictured that way in his mind. It's not a clear image. It's not a perfect visual representation. It's like when you try to summon the image of something. Like somebody else remembering for you.
And I will say, you do get a sense of some intelligence from this elf. Like there is the madness and the obscured perception that he's dealing with, but at the same time, you can tell that this is not a young elf. This is someone that was probably an adult at the time of the cataclysm.
That's why he got unfathomable instead of crazy.
Yeah. Just to throw that out there. Because a lot of the elves that you do meet are younger. Like they may have remembered the cataclysm as children. This guy was an adult when it hit.
Now the real question, did he already have the tattoos?
Well, yeah, that you'd have to either dig in deeper or ask him.
No. I ain't digging. I ain't digging in here. That's not what we're going for right now. I'm trying to influence him over in that direction to assist us in a fight.
Okay.
Since he seems to just be brawling at random with the other elves and doing a good job of it.
All right. And Genko, how do you react to that instruction?
Golly, I think the better way to convince him would have been like the promise of a fight, or just like showing him the other elves.
Well, how does he respond to the initial opening? Because listener might still do those things.
Okay,
He can
so I'm
read people a
thinking
little.
like if you showed him an image of like a place to go instead of, he would view that as a trap, or he's not really gonna do something that somebody tells him to do. But if somebody were to say, like, there's these guys who are your enemies who are also our enemies, then he would absolutely go for that.
Give me something to work with. Give me some inner monologue to play off of with that.
Like, okay, so outside voice. You communicate with pictures.
I communicate
He'll send back
with all things.
He'll send back a picture of like, or a memory of smiting heretic elves, like, and just for going against the crown, or just being an abomination to the nation of Goldwina.
Gotcha.
Like, these are so far devolved from
Mhm.
what we were at our height that he just puts them down on sight out of honor.
Which is a new thing for you, listener.
Yes, he has not observed this yet. He has not seen any vestiges of what might have been the previous Goldwina culture, apart from, like, their holy relic, you know?
Oh God, yes. The holy relic.
The holy relic, very specific. That's the only one that counts.
The holy of holies.
But listener responds, "Yes, I've noticed you're very good at that. Would you like to do some over here? We are going to be over here fighting a number of such elves in just a moment."
Oh, them. Watching them for days I have been, yes, for days we have been. No, it hasn't been days, it's been months. No, it can't have been months. Your sense of time is all wrong. Too many for just me. But with outside friend.
Yes, I can drain their strength. I may not be quite as good at striking them as you, but join us. Join us. Listener, desperate for a little bit of help here. Quite bound and determined to have them not drag Wilhelm away this time.
Poor Wilhelm.
So yes, having done this...
I needed the sleep.
He needed sleep, it's true. He wasn't sleeping right. But having done this, listener is going to follow Uki and Ben Warren, who I assume have already started shifting.
Okay. Are you going to allow yourselves to be made visible to the newcomer?
I can probably move at full speed and still be invisible, given that I'm transparent.
Well, you in particular. I mean, the others primarily.
Yeah. Keeping in mind my full speed is still half speed.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be stealthy because my concern is that I don't want to alarm him, and when we're this close to these other elves, so I'm going to try to be discreet.
Okay, that's fine. So discretion is key. Let's get another round of stealth rolls as you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Another round of stealth.
Yes, please. Another round of stealth.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh.
So
glad I have advantage, but that's still only saving me from the very worst case scenario.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I'll help. I
He's
got
got
you.
it.
See,
Boom.
I got you.
Every time.
So, Genko, give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Made it.
Wow.
Whale.
How
So
about
I
that? He
have
actually does not
disadvantage.
see any of you. He does not see any of you.
Wow.
The voices are too much.
Yeah, he can only see the voices in his head.
He's distracted. So you guys make your way back. He's kind of trailing along, making that his way that direction on his own. You join the party where they're hunkered down at. The rest of you guys, you see this just little elven mountain of muscle. Little in the sense that he's built more like a cougar than a bodybuilder. Full of tattoos, bald and bearded, shackles on his wrists and ankles, comes stalking up. He'll come around the corner, and as you're like explaining to them, you look up and see him like, oh.
So like, no, this one is different. This one is not here to fight us.
We hope.
Maybe. Well, we're gonna find out soon, at the very least.
Still can't see any of you. So
Yep. How about that raiding party?
How about that raiding party? So you guys will see them at this point. They're actually closing in. Genko, as you round the corner, basically, of the rock and stone, behind which the party's hiding, you round the corner and look over, and you see a small raiding party of 7 elves riding on the carrier ants. I assume you're not trying to be stealthy.
no.
No, so they'll see you as well as you come around the corner. Of course, they're not going to react. They're going to see another elf. They don't know any better. Obviously, they're half mad themselves.
I'm just gonna keep going. Walking right up to them.
All right, walking right up to them. Let me see if I have just a random map we can use for this real quick. Just for the sake of getting
Just for a little
everything out.
something.
Yeah. Okay, here we're just gonna go to a blank sheet here.
The void.
The void, the white void.
Envelop us.
Go ahead and drag your tokens over if you would. Let me actually get you one real quick here. Do we have a token? Bear with me. Yeah, you guys go ahead and drag yours over if you would.
Got it.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, bear with me. I'm going to have to do this creatively real quick. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So yeah, and feel free to go ahead and create like your order there. I think we're still missing a few of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I'm getting you a token.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to set it up before it works.
Sure,
When
sure.
it is set up, the way you do it is you click on the second
It's the
tab.
newspaper, and then you drag that
Yes.
onto the board, right?
Yes, you drag the entry for your character sheet onto the board, and it'll spawn
Got
you
it.
a token. But you have to have a default token associated with it already, and that's what he's doing.
Okay.
I got mine. Yay! I'm glad I heard you say that properly.
Yeah.
I listened correctly.
I'm learning.
Okay. All right. Oh. God dang it. Clicked the wrong thing, went off the screen for a sec there. Of course.
Happens.
There we go. Da, da, da. There we go. Genesis way up there in the corner. Alright, so where are you at? There you are. First thing I'm going to do, I believe it's still selected. No. Boom. So there we go. We got you a token there. There you go. You should be able to move them around now too. All right, so everybody got their tokens out. Good. we're back to making progress. All right.
Yeah.
So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where is he? Three, 4, 5, 6.
It's a lot of dudes.
All right, yeah. Line them up a little bit. There we go. All right. Here we are.
We're here.
Oh, look.
Look at all those ants.
All right, so once again, they're not paying you any mind at this point, Ginkgo. Like, they just think you're another elf. So, if we want to go ahead and get things prepared, if your intent is to fight,
Seems like it.
let's go ahead. Let me pull this up and get an initiative order going.
Is that what everyone else's intent is? I don't want to railroad your party
Oh,
on my first evening.
You do what you're gonna do. Don't you worry about anybody else.
Yeah. No, it was probably going to happen. We tried our level best to be stealthy about this one, and they still walked right up to us. So, what you going to do?
Initiative. Initiative is important. I got you. I'm the best at it. Never mind. Not so much.
These are probably all showing up as Archibald.
No, it's rolling as Galduin infected.
Oh, did it? Oh no, I mean the ants.
Oh yeah, they've all got the Archibald token.
They're gonna act independently.
That's gonna be bad.
Is that everybody?
Do we still have Evelyn? Did Evelyn vanish?
Oh no, she's still with you.
All right, we might need a fireball.
Let me pull her sheet up here and drag her out. You know how I am.
Yeah, you don't like having characters to run.
There we go. She's in there now. All right. That's a lot of rolls. Okay. Now, first things first. I believe we have Ginkgo. I'm going to let you kind of choose your action. Everyone else, I think, is holding their breath, waiting to see what you're going to do.
All right. So
I'll be right.
as we're approaching this convoy of elves, we're find the biggest one. The biggest one. I need a shiny blade. I'm feeling rather punchy. I'm gonna find somebody with a shiny blade. Who's got the biggest, shiniest sword?
They're actually all using bone weaponry.
Oh, okay. Well, primitive.
Toothiest sword.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, they're
I'm
still
gonna-
nasty in their own right. Don't get me wrong.
and they're riding the ants.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and dismount one and disarm him. Like knock him off of his ant and disarm him.
Okay. Show me which one.
You
You can move your token up to where you want to be.
We'll go over here. Disarm that and do that guy.
All right, so you're gonna try and yank him off his ant.
Yep.
And
I'm
grab
just
his
gonna,
weapon.
Clothesline him and take his sword.
All right, give me an unarmed attack.
Oh, I didn't build those yet.
Let me see here.
Here it is.
You got it. There you go. Oh yeah. So you rush up. I'm gonna give you an advantage roll because he's completely unexpected it. So you're catching him flat-footed. Roll one more time. Okay.
Perfectly
Nope, that's
consistent.
what I meant to roll.
So you kind of walk up, eyeballing him, and just run up, just leap up, using the ant's leg as leverage, and clothesline him. Unfortunately, he's a lot stronger than he looked. He takes the hit. It doesn't do any damage, but you do kind of manage to get up there and get a grip on him. You're not really grappling him, but you're up there with him. Unfortunately, he is now aware of what's going on, and the rest of them are going to turn as well. But it was a good
The
attack.
heretics.
It was a good attack.
Heretics indeed.
So now we will
I'm gonna
enter.
call him a heretic.
We're going to go ahead and enter into initiative at this point. So he is actually first in line. He is first in line. So here we go. He's going to go after you with his bone weapon that you were trying to take from him.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him disadvantage since you're in his face and kind of caught him off guard. What's your AC?
My AC is very low. That hits.
An 11 hits?
But
I am so sorry. This is not going to end well
But-
for you.
but
Did you say an
I can
11 hits?
attempt for a parry. I think.
Well, did you say an 11 hits?
And 11 hits. Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
You should. I think you have it better than an 11 AC.
I am naked.
Yeah, but just with your dexterity. 'Cause
10 plus your dex modifier.
Yeah, 10's
Yep.
your baseline.
10 plus 0 is 10.
Oh, you don't have a dex bonus?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
What's your
Okay.
sacrilege?
Yep.
He's a beefcake. All right, no, that's fine. So yeah, in that case, he narrowly just rakes you across the ribs with this. It's basically like a chunk of whalebone with shark teeth jammed into it. Rakes you across the ribs with it for 15 slashing damage.
Oof. But I could use a superiority die to parry that. I
You
think.
may, if you have the ability.
And then when it's damaged with a melee attack, I can use a reaction to expend a superiority die to reduce the damage rolled by 1 superiority die. How many is that?
You're level 8, so it ought to be like a D8 by now.
Is it? Oh, it's 1d8.
Whoa, 5d8.
That's
Not
you
five,
roll
not
all
five.
superiority.
I didn't want to. That's too many.
That's all right. Just roll a 1d8. We'll
Push
go with that.
too many times. One of those. How
There
about
you go.
that?
So you reduce
So
it by
it's-
6.
So we'll do 9 instead.
Yeah, that's fine. So you kind of try to dodge out of the way and reduce the damage just a bit as it rakes across your ribs. This ant is going to move to here with his rider. Genesis. No, wait, Saoirse. Sorry. Saoirse,
That's
you're up.
Saoirse.
All right, so guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It is time for them to all fall down. 6 airworms on all of them.
Uh-oh, here we go.
One on each.
So we're going for Wisdom Save, DC 16. Here we go. We're going to go 1, 2,
Shit.
3,
Mm.
4, 5,
Oh,
Oh,
my
damn.
god.
6.
Damn.
What the hell?
They just roll in that. They've got no modifier.
I know! What is up with these Galduino?
So, okay, let's see. We're just going to go kind of right to left here. So, we've got 1 fall down. He made it. 2 fall down. Oops, wrong thing. I'm going to get this. I'm a professional.
I believe in you.
3 fall down. He fall down, go boom. Made it and made it. So 3 of the elves go toppling off their mounts, which of course sends their mounts off confused. I'm actually going to mark them. Without their masters controlling them, they're pretty useless because of the fungus, unfortunately, for them. Fortunately for you, but unfortunately for them. All right. So still a good thing. You still did a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. So we'll keep that in mind as we go forward. Anything else for you?
That's my turn.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let me see that. What instrument is that on?
Strings, so she would just play it on like her normal violin.
All right. So, but they know where you are now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He will carry his rider down to you guys, charging. not dashing, but that'll take his full move.
Mm-hmm.
He is useless. He is useless. 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 He will carry his rider down as well. All right. Ginkgo, the mystery man. You're up.
I'm going right back to punching this guy in the face.
All right, go for it.
That sounds right.
Let's get that
And if I
unarmed
hit,
attack.
I'm going to attempt to disarm him again.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. All right.
I don't think that's going to work either.
No, unfortunately.
You're level 8 fighter. You've got more than that. You got more than one attack.
I do have a bonus attack.
You know, you get 2 attacks per round, actually.
I do, don't I?
Every round,
Yeah,
you get
that's
2
right.
attacks.
You got multi-attack too at level 8.
All right, so I'll just try it again.
Go ahead. Boom.
Hey.
That's better.
Critical hits.
Bit better.
Look at that.
Hey.
So that is 6, and it's doubled.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So 12 points of damage with a punch.
With a punch.
I don't think that's added his modifier either.
Oh, it
It's
is
just
'cause
6 plus nothing.
What plus?
is it
What
now?
would the
Let's see.
modifier on that be? Would that use my
Strength.
strength modifier?
plus 8. Well, it's a D4 though, isn't it, for unarmed strike?
You're right. So that's. How did it calculate that?
I don't know. It's not showing how it calculated.
Yeah, it just says 6
6
plus.
I tell you what. We'll just do
So,
this. Let's roll a D4
unarmed-
for the unarmed strike,
Right.
plus your strength bonus,
Which is a 5.
plus proficiency bonus. I think. Do we
Plus
do
He's, a
that for
three.
damage?
he's proficient in everything.
Yeah. So
Plus 3. So a D4 plus 8.
oh, yeah, which that's what it should be.
Yeah, that's normal.
But he also critted.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
it'll
double
get
it.
doubled. It'll get
We're gonna
doubled.
double it. So 11 doubled, 22 points of damage.
There we go.
That's more like it.
You just
And
thumped him pretty hard, and you wanted to try and disarm him.
and I would like to try and disarm him. Yes.
All right. Now,
If it fails a strength saving throw, DC 16.
here's the interesting thing. We're gonna do this a little differently. I want you to make a. Well, let's go with athletics. We're gonna go with an athletics check on you. I want you to roll it at advantage. So 14. All right.
Yep.
And he's gonna roll his save at advantage. Oh,
That's a good save.
he manages to keep his weapon.
Yes.
But yeah,
To- To note, Ginkgo, were you trying to do the Battlemaster Fighter disarming attack?
I was.
Right. That would also add the superiority die and damage.
Oh. So that would have added the
a D8.
11.
Yeah, you get another D8 on top. I don't think it's affected by crits because you
Yeah,
you
we
make
just-
it after the to hit roll.
It would just be added to the
Yeah.
22. But yeah, go ahead and
You
roll
would just
your
get
extra
another.
damage.
You get another D8.
So another 3. 22, 25 points of damage.
25.
With a punch.
With a punch.
So yeah, that was good. That was real good. Here, let me do this. Hair? What? Boom. Oh. I'm trying to be fancy. Bear with me.
Yeah, it's all good.
There we go. So I can keep track. Okay. You pummeled him pretty hard. So, anything else for you, sir?
No, I think that'll conclude this turn.
All right. That brings us down to this boy. Uki, he's gonna go for you. What's your AC?
It's 14. It's 14.
14? Okay. Here we go. Oh.
That's a beautiful miss.
It is. Look at this. I didn't even have my table pulled up because I never expect this to happen. But it always happens to me. That's all right. Works in your favor. Let's see what happens. 86 on the table. What's that get him?
Yeah.
So he goes to swipe. Uki rears back, glares at him with that Hiver steady and rage, punts his little wimp-ass bone weapon away with the butt of her rifle, flips him off, and the dude has a panic attack. And immediately jumps off his ant and runs this direction. Van Warren and Uki both get attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire. He pissed me off. I hit him with the butt of my musket. I'm gonna shoot it at him.
All right.
Go ahead.
Ooh, big hit.
15 points of damage. All right. Van Warren nailed him as well. Roll damage.
All right, got it. It's technically a sneak attack, right? Because there's someone else next to him on his way out.
5 foot away.
All right, so Jesus. What is that? 30, 43 points of damage.
All right.
Good night.
That hurt. That hurt. Okay. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So, as he runs, he takes a bullet in the back and a large gashing wound. My God, was that 43? Is that what I said?
Yes.
Jesus. A large gashing wound across his back. All right. The ant is immediately left in a confused state, not knowing what to do without its rider. All right. Very good, guys. Yeah. I should be patting myself on the back for helping you, but
We appreciate you rolling ones. It does
Yes.
help.
Thanks. You get to live another day.
Note for the future, does Uki have something that lets her ranged attack opportunity attack? Because normally a ranged weapon can't opportunity attack.
You know, I would let a ranged weapon opportunity attack.
Good to know. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, it's a musket. I mean, he runs, he turns his back on her, she pops him. Yeah. I think especially with a firearm that's already loaded, because it's literally a twitch of the trigger, which is even quicker than swinging a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I'll write that in. So our next one is the ant that Ginkgo's friend there is riding. He cannot get an attack on Ginkgo because Ginkgo is literally up there on this thing with the elf. So it's just going to hold steady. Which brings us to this boy. All right. So yeah, he'll step into the fray. Let's see. We're gonna go after Wilhelm. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose, Wilhelm.
That's all right. Bring it.
What's your AC?
13.
13. That is not.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Holy.
Alrighty then. So,
Let's
another
see.
one. 2 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. My players have figured out a way to cheat on my dice now. Alright. So, Wilhelm, he takes a swipe at you. As he does, in mid-swing, he just kind of notices Saoirse playing this beautiful melody on her violin and is immediately just glassy-eyed, distracted, and enamored with the beauty of her song, and becomes discombobulated for 1 round. He is incapacitated, effectively, for 1 round.
Free airworm, I love it.
I know that song. That's all right. That's it for him. That brings us to Van Warren. You're up. I'm winning this fight for you.
Really, we appreciate it.
What you got, Van Warren?
Oh, well, easy peasy. Everyone sees me, so I don't want everyone to see me.
All right.
That'd be great. Is there any kind of terrain around here I could use? I know we're in the white void of nothingness, but
Well, you are. It's a rocky, volcanic terrain. There's stuff you could hide behind.
sure. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I'll make it simple. Go right here and slap this guy once,
All right.
if I can. Yep.
He is incapacitated, so I will give you advantage.
Great. Oh.
Aha, yes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm.
So,
I can just double it, right? So it's
yeah.
what is it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Good night.
Wow.
We
Okay.
gotta have one win in the books somewhere without one of us getting diseased.
Yeah, that's the primary concern.
What's the
Diseased.
total here?
I guess it would be
32, 43,
44.
45,
44. Yeah.
44? Is that
Yeah,
the
'cause we're
total?
The 1d8 plus 5 has not been doubled. The sneak attack doubled itself.
Okay.
The base damage did not, so you need to tack another 11 on.
All right. So,
Oh wait, no. That 1 is the second roll. Okay.
Okay.
That's a weird way of doing it, but okay.
So it's a 44, was it, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Because that one is doesn't have the just double everything. They actually roll it
Yeah.
up.
You guys are hurting these poor elves. They didn't do nothing.
What? Dude, they haven't done anything to us. We just
We
kill
can
it.
assume that hostilities have been opened, judging by the number of times we have been attacked, abducted, various things.
I mean, maybe if we would have talked to them, they would have. I don't know.
They greeted us by blowing up our ship.
This is true.
We needed
Well,
that.
So, Van Warren just wails into this guy while he's not looking, basically.
Sad day.
All right.
Right.
Is that it for you, Van Warren?
I'll use a bonus action. Oh wait, we're on volcanic rock.
Mhm.
What a shame.
Oh, the sand slip?
Yeah, I cannot slip into rock.
No.
Unfortunately, don't have that wonderful power yet.
No.
Volcanic sand, though, if we had some of that around.
Yeah.
What do you even have bonus action I could probably use besides disengage? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, I'll use disengage to get away from the situation.
Okay.
So I moved 5 feet.
Go
I'll
ahead.
move another whatever other feet. Let's go this way. Yeah. Shoop. Oh, this way.
All right.
There we go. Easy peasy.
No problem. And of course, no opportunity attacks because,
Rogue.
yeah. Well, and
Rogue.
everybody's incapacitated and confused too.
I'll go help the other elf over there, though.
All right. And that brings us to Uki. Your move.
What is the condition of this one elf right here?
He's in a panic, running away.
And is this ant is he infected with the fungus or anything, or
Oh
is
yeah,
he-
they all
Okay.
are. But he as soon as the elf jumped off his back, the ant became docile.
Yeah, Ugi's tempted to jump upon this as her new mount, but if it's infected, she's a little concerned. Because don't forget, she's ridden Archibald once or twice.
Oh yeah.
And not twice. And she can ride a mount. She
Uh-huh.
can ride Archibald. So she's like, oh, fresh mount. Oh, infected. Might be a little that crazy ant. Next thing you know, his head's gonna fall off.
It's possible.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be like, yeah, you're not getting away that easy. And I'm gonna take a shot at this panicked elf running away. Cause
Yeah, go ahead.
all right, go ahead and oops, did I do my? What the heck did I just do? Oh, brain fart. No, I'm not having a brain fart. Yeah, I am having a brain fart. Oh, there we go.
All good.
I was in the inventory area, not in the right part. 15.
Blam will narrowly miss him.
Damn.
Although you have another shot.
Oh, that's true. Missed it by that much. So because I do get 2 shots, we had discussed this, that as a sharpshooter with my levels, I can reload the same weapon,
As a
can I not?
bonus action, yeah.
As a bonus action. So I will use that bonus action to reload the scope.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
then your
it.
second attack to fire again.
2.
Also narrowly. You're peppering the ground around him.
Yeah. Dance, monkey, dance.
All good, though. All good. He's probably even more terrified now. All right, so that will bring us around to Wilhelm.
So this elf is confused but still upright, right?
Yeah, for 1 round.
I am gonna try to knock it out using my quarterstaff.
So you're going intentionally for subdual damage.
Correct.
Okay. Roll to hit. At advantage.
21.
That will hit for 7 points of subdual.
Yep.
All right. Nice.
That's it.
All right. Not quite enough to knock him down, but you did hurt him. All right. So this guy's useless. Evelyn. Goodness. What is Evelyn going to do? It's a good question.
The bag of tricks is quite violent for that one.
Yeah. Although she has a lot of,
Some sneaky stuff, true. Yeah.
let's see. I think that'll work.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so let's see here. That's a +8 spell attack bonus. Do. Goodness. I'm just going to use this. That's what she has on her character sheet. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting used to this. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is not a fireball, so ignore that, please. Alright, so that is a... That is the wrong thing, is what that is. Range touch attack, alright.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have that on her sheet.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to fix this.
It's 20 proficiency casting mod, and I imagine her casting mod is int, right?
Yeah, it's 8. So
Yeah.
proficiency 3 plus 8, 11. So 1d20 plus 11. I'd say that hits.
Yes. It seems incredibly likely to me.
All right, so 40-10. Goodness. 22 points of damage. And no, wait, that's the wrong thing, isn't it? Void Ray, there we go. 40-10, range touch
40-10.
attack. No save? Oh, dex save.
Dex save for the AoE.
Oh, that's just the AoE, is it?
Yeah, the touch attack was for the 4d10, and there's an extra 2d10 for 5-foot radius.
Excellent. Well, in that case, blam!
Blam!
I wrote the spell. I'm having to do that. That's sad. All right, so 22 points of damage. He is immediately engulfed in a ray of pure void energy. He screams at the top of his lung and falls to the ground, writhing in agony, and goes still. He is dead. Listener, you're up.
At last. Everything arrayed around me is looking more or less under control, shockingly.
I know. What the hell?
I feel an obligation to assist our large gentleman associate up here.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is figure out how far I can get. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Alright, I can get up to him if I dash. I will dash over there to him, and I'm just gonna have to do something actual on my next turn.
That works. Luckily, thanks to Saoirse, he's not as bad off as he could be.
Oh
by a
yeah,
long shot.
These extra 6 combatants could be active.
Saoirse just leveled the playing field.
You love to see it. I will make my stealth check to see what my stealth is looking like here in combat.
All right. All right. Well, you're dashing though, right?
I am dashing.
So that would remove your advantage.
It would. But this is just like we've always kind of done it where I just roll one stealth for how transparent I am, and then we just refer to it whenever.
Yeah.
Don't expect to be hidden or anything. I just want to have the number.
Okay. All good.
There, it's a very 17.
It is a very 17. All right.
That would conclude my turn. I would speak briefly in his mind just so he knows that that's me walking up towards him.
Don't hit me.
Yes.
All right.
I am coming to assist you.
I will say, unless he
Voice is
makes
back.
an active perception roll, his
He probably
passive
won't see me.
perception won't see you.
Nah.
Genesis, you are up, my dear. What are you doing?
Well, what would I need to roll to get this individual thrown into this individual?
To throw him?
Yes.
Oh my.
That's a big throw.
With telekinetics, I assume?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, well, first, he would, well, he's still technically incapacitated. It's dead weight. As long as you can lift him and throw him, all you gotta do is hit your target successfully.
Does he weigh less than 480 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Then I can hit my target, and as long as I make the roll, obviously.
Alright, in that
5 in
case,
initiative. I mean,
we're going to use, instead of dexterity, because this is not hand-eye coordination, this is your mind directing a target, we're going to use intelligence. Roll to hit using your intelligence.
so like an int save or an int check?
It check.
Okay.
I like that. I like the way that sounds. We're making intelligence important again, people.
Here's hoping I don't roll badly and hurt my brain.
You got this. You got this.
Ooh, I put the thing on. Oh my god. I put the disadvantage on ahead of schedule.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch.
I'm gonna use a luck point for that and roll it normally this time.
Luck point away?
I can't go out on a single digit. Until, please.
It wasn't a 1.
It was. It could have been worse.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, this is pretty awesome. Make it count. Let's see what you got.
Oh my god. Please.
You got this. No pressure. No pressure.
Big money, no whammies. Take my energy.
18.
That's better.
Hey!
Yes.
Look at that. 18.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh my god.
So Genesis, with your mind, you reach out, you grab this poor, discombobulated elf, lift him up. He looks around even more confused, completely unsure what the hell is going on. And suddenly you launch him through the air, full speed, at the other elf.
Violently. His teeth are gonna leave an indentation in that other elf's skull, just like.
My goodness, I'm trying to figure out what kind of damage this would actually do. Throwing
I
one
loved
elf
it.
into another.
I love
Blunt.
this to make
Bludgeoning?
the DM, like,
Yeah, it sounds like bludgeoning.
Yeah, bludgeoning.
No, I mean like how much damage.
I love
There is a calculation. There's like a little formula for speed of impacts, but it's kind of like annoying, and I never remember it.
You know what? We're gonna just arbitrarily. We're gonna do, because you actually can move these things pretty quickly when you hurl them. Anything with your telekinetics.
Hmm?
We're gonna do 46 plus proficiency plus int bonus. I'm making a call.
Okay.
You're-
Proficiency's a 3, int's a 3. Where the dice roll? Okay. D6 plus 6. Okay, 46. Right. 18.
So 18 points
Nice.
of damage. Very good. Very good. All right.
Just move over here. Just...
We're also gonna make sure. That's pretty good. That actually brings him down to that. And we are going to see if he can keep his footing. Of course, he does have advantage because of the fungus.
Move that fucker's token out from in front of Saoirse.
Yeah, no kidding. He manages to stay on the ant. The one that you threw is dead.
Hey.
That damage applied to both of them.
Nice.
So yeah, you hear his back snap in half as he strikes the other elf.
Epic.
His body falls limp into the volcanic soil.
That's what happens when you step in front of Saoirse.
Apparently. Don't mess with her. All right,
This is Genesis we're talking about here. She went ham on a person who tried to take Saoirse away in the night.
Yeah, you don't mess with Saoirse. Not with Genesis around. That's dangerous. So this brings us back around to our only competent elf so far. The one that just took the hit. He's hurting, looking around at his comrades who are falling dead and falling down, and the ants are wandering madly around like nothing's going on. This one, of course, is also becoming docile. It lost its rider. In his madness, of course, he is just going to swing at you, Ginkgo, because what else is he going to do? He's insane.
Of course he is.
24 damage, or excuse me, 24 for 11 slashing damage.
Okay. Parry?
Alright, so you want to decrease the damage again? Go ahead.
Yeah, parry. So...
By 1 point.
Ouch.
10 damage.
Rip.
10 damage as the shark tooth blade rips across your back. You tried to parry it.
I tried.
You tried. You're at a disadvantage with no armor or weapons, though, so that's fair. You're doing good still. Alright, so useless. Saoirse, you gonna keep playing?
Okay, so because Saoirse played Twists and Turns and she got some people down, and the ones that are not down, like, aren't really, like, 2 out of 3 of them have been taken out, so she is going to start up Built Upon Rubble for everyone else, and she's going to move up here to, see to it that the people who need it hear it.
Okay. Alright, and that will release the others from their confusion, right?
No, it won't.
No? Oh, that's right. That's right.
Airworm lasts 24
Airworm's
hours if they
too
fail their
strong.
save.
That's right. Well, I mean the other effect, not the airworm.
Oh yeah, well we determined that will last the length of the song if they go down.
Okay, that's what I mean. Since
Without
you're
her
stopping,
having to-
since
yeah.
you're stopping the song.
Without her having to play. Like, if she plays and they go down, then yeah, they're down for the whole duration of the song, even if she stops playing it.
Okay. All right, so they're still down. And in that case, basically all these ants are pretty much useless. Except the one that the guy is still on. Down, 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 down. My God. All right, Ginkgo. You're up.
I punch him in the face. And then I punch him in the face again.
Yeah.
You've got advantage, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Do it.
You
I
have
punch him in the
advantage.
face twice with advantage. Awesome.
Yeah, it's like, for some reason, you can actually see the weak points in his armor. So those are both hits. Both hits. So,
Alright, so
1d4 plus 8.
That's right.
Yeah, that just seems to like the number 6. Yeah, Go ahead, roll 1d4 plus 8 twice. Jeez. So 9 points and 9 points. Pum, pum. 18 damage all together. He's hurting. Really bad. He's actually kind of like staggering back on the saddle. Like you see him just kind of fall back limp and almost go out as you rock his lights. And he's barely holding on to his weapon and kind of shakes it off and tries to focus in on you.
Oh, well then in that case, I'll do one more superiority die to try and disarm him.
Okay, go ahead.
If it fails a strength saving throw, DC 16.
Well, we're going to do this contested again.
Right.
So do the...
So that's the athletics?
At advantage. So 22.
Ho ho.
16. You managed to rip the sawtooth blade away from him. This does 1d10 plus proficiency plus strength. Don't you do extra damage for the disarm? Is that right?
The Battlemaster die
that's
gets added,
the-
so +2.
The 2.
Oh, that's what you rolled already? Plus 2?
Mm.
Yep.
Jeez, all right. He is still up, barely. Barely. All right, he's dazed, kind of rocking. You yank the sword away from him. Genko,
You said it was, what, 1d10 plus...
1d10 plus strength plus proficiency.
Okay.
Go ahead and kill him.
With his own weapon.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
just
just-
you don't have to roll. Just tell me about how this goes, so everyone can picture it.
Oh, we're both riding on the back of this ant, so...
Yeah, you just rocked his world.
I just
with 2
rocked
punches.
him in the face, with the left and with the right. Noticed that he was dazed, reached out with one hand, just like grabbed the sword out of it, swung it back, and took his, like, put it right in his neck. Like, sheathed the sword right between his collarbones, straight down into the chest cavity.
So you carve into him really hard. It just parts his body like butter. Blood and viscera go spraying all over you, all over the ant, all over the sand, all over listener. And you yank the sword free and basically he just kind of falls limp out of the saddle onto the ground. At this point, unless anyone has any reservations, you are welcome to go about and coup de grace the remaining elves, since they are down thanks to Saoirse.
I think Ginkgo should go coup de grace them all. That feels appropriate.
Okay,
It seems like something it would.
it does. Is that your desire, Ginkgo?
Yeah, I'll just kind of walk around and just with this jagged bone blade,
All right,
and we're just like putting it right into their hearts.
that works.
Just mercy kill.
That certainly works. So you'll have no problem doing that. It's a gory scene for the onlookers, of course. It's a brutal, cruel looking weapon, if you can imagine. You know, a chunk of whalebone with shark teeth dragged into the edge of it. So it's not a clean cut by any means. He takes them. He's covered in blood, breathing heavy. You know, he's got a couple wounds on himself. He's a big badass. He's probably not even noticing. And then he turns his attention to you guys. Now that he can see you all.
I can. Probably.
Yes. I am literally right behind you.
Yeah, he's got sprayed with all the blood. You do see an elf among them.
Who will promptly wave at you.
And he was actually fighting the other elves. I will say you did notice that.
Outside voice.
For sake.
Yes.
These your friends, outside voice.
Yes. They are... Well, harmless is a very strong word. They are no threat to you.
They don't carry the taint of corruption. No, they must be safe. No, they can't be. How can they too not have? But, it couldn't be.
Oh.
It couldn't be them, right?
We have fought long and hard to keep the corruption of this place off of us. It has been a great deal of work.
Wilhelm,
Yes.
give me a medicine check.
I also am approaching,
Of course.
Yeah.
so I am
Yes.
getting closer.
Of course. I had no doubt you would.
Yeah, Uki's going to take a moment in her spot to clean her gun.
Very good. Very good. Wilhelm, as you approach, you are just being who and what you are. You are immediately like, this poor guy is under the influence of the fungus. We've got to get him clean. He's been out here for a while.
Trying to catch listeners.
Oh, you've got my
I-
attention. He's
all right.
mentally receptive.
You may want to do that burst you do. I believe he needs to be cleansed.
Oh, is that why? And then he turns and he says, "Friend, let me help you with this corruption." And he reaches out his hand.
Ginkgo, do you respond?
Outside voice. I am not corrupted.
You are not, and we must keep you this way. Listener has told his first ever lie.
Uh-oh.
He understands that this is the appropriate situation
Very good.
and casts antifungal aura.
All right. So a burst of energy comes away from the translucent plant man. Ginkgo, as this burst of energy hits you, a strange clarity comes over you. And the fearful paranoia that you have been experiencing for some time now suddenly falls away.
Oh.
You're standing in a dull, translucent sphere with a man who is both plant and mostly invisible.
You have a form.
Somewhat. Yes. You seem slightly better.
Where did you put them?
My understanding is that they remain inside, but you may wish to ask him. He gestures as Van Warren walks up alongside. I understand he's somewhat more expert in this field.
What? Who? Me? Sorry, what are you talking about? I was listening to something in my head.
Exactly that, friend. That is what we were discussing.
Oh, you mean Nancy and Drew.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Listener would, of course, know the names of the voices in Van Warren's head.
of course. I mean, and the other 30, but mostly Nancy and Drew recently. Yes, you see, the voices are, very interesting. All you have to do is talk to them. And then eventually they stop bothering you. Yep.
Okay, question real quick. So Snacks is going to be right back because her puppy is doing the potty dance. Ours just woke up and probably needs to go out as well. So shall we take our union break?
We can. I have no problem with that at all.
Sounds like an appropriate time for it.
Yeah.
In that
Yes.
case,
Yeah.
I will run outside with the dog. Be right back.
And we will be right back after this message from our sponsors. Please stay
Harriet,
tuned.
like a football.
Here we go.
Yeah, but
And we're back. Welcome. All right. So we have felled the opposition and are now staring across the bloodied battlefield at a bloodied elven half-naked man.
Indeed.
Take it away.
We're doing. Oh yeah. We're talking about voices, right? So, like I said, just listen to them, talk to them every now and then, get to know them, and they won't be as annoying. Simple. Oh,
it's been so long.
I would help with these, but I've never gotten the hang of the voices that are actually from inside. Apart from a couple of occasional house guests, all of my voices really did come from outside.
well,
So I will say, Ginkgo, now that your senses are kind of coming back a little bit, it is a little odd to see these people here.
This is kind of strange. You said that cured my extreme paranoia?
Just the paranoia, yeah.
Oh, just the extreme part of it.
Yeah,
The regular paranoia you may keep.
yeah. Just the one that we rolled for.
Oh, okay. That one. Gotcha. All right. So, who are you? And what are you doing here?
I always have the hardest time explaining that one. Perhaps the good doctor.
I will be honest, I'm not completely sure what we're trying to achieve either.
Oh no.
We are
A hive mind in
fulfilling.
this as well.
There is a prophecy, and we're trying to fix the world. Honestly, I've never been completely clear.
I'm surprised the listener didn't ask Saoirse.
Well, the doctor was already up here next to him.
Yes. I know I personally am here trying to help. Whatever we're doing seems important. But as for the outcome, I don't actually know what it's supposed to turn out. Speaking of which, may I check that wound on your back?
Sure.
Thank you.
Maybe the one on the front, too.
So at this point, Saoirse is a little bit timid because while she has gotten better about her shyness around new people, the elves she's still kind of working on, because even though Van Warren's like an exception, she still like knows to be careful around the majority of the Galduina. So
That's fair.
she's going to pipe up and say, it's the somnambulist prophecy from the god Bodhi. Like, as she's looking down at her feet at the ground. Before the gods left, he put in place 12 of them to be fulfilled, and we're here fulfilling the 4th. Hoping to pave the way for the gods to return to Cairne and hopefully fix the world.
Fix the world?
Yes, I
How
wish
long
to
have I
complain.
been When is it? When are we?
I don't know. I'm only 27.
Listener tilts his head. He says, I have seen this one before. Ah. Oh, you must be very old then. Usually the dead ask that question. No, you couldn't be. You couldn't be. You punch quite too solidly to be dead. I see Ginkgo's secret messages. I was not around back then, but listener will follow up with something that'll probably explain a little bit better. From what I understand, my own people were not yet around at the time, but things have changed a great deal, and it has been some 200 years.
200?
Yes, the great change that came upon this place, the blight, which has so scoured the lands and driven off the gods, and gave rise to my own people. This was around 200 years ago, though of course we rely upon the records of the more well-established races.
Lost to my madness for 2 centuries? So much work to be done.
So much work indeed. See, many of my companions are quite dedicated to their work, but they don't quite see that perspective.
Do you know what happened to the royal court?
Van Warren, how are the royals?
I only know of one, and she's crazy.
She lives?
Yes, if you count cooping yourself into a small room or a corridor forever and ever. Living, yes. Insert location here. Maybe.
So, you would know that in the Galduino Wastes, which Ginkgo's character would remember as the Galduino Forests of lush, verdant green, beautiful architecture. Beneath those wastes is where they drug the tree, and supposedly, Queen Charvasol is down there with the tree, speaking through the numerous little tunnels and tubes that run out throughout the sands here and there to direct her people and spread her madness.
Got it. Yeah, she's supposed. I think she's around. I sometimes hear what she says, but it has been a long time. I've never seen her. But we hear her. Does that count?
I have to get back to her.
Right.
I don't know exactly how to tell you this, but this is not a very large island, and it is not connected to the mainland.
Well, yes, that would be the definition of an island,
Yes.
wouldn't it?
You see, we're on this body, in the middle of water.
What? Where am I?
What'd you say it was? What's this place called again? Do we know where we are?
The island of Gorowin.
I think only Evelyn would even potentially know the actual name of the island.
Yeah.
And she'll say that. It's the island of Gorowin.
We
See,
knew it
there you
by
go.
a different name in my time.
No, that would have been the name you knew it as.
Oh, okay.
And it was a place where they
I
sent
understand.
exiles.
I know that's. How did I get. What? Fuck.
Well, judging by your looks up and down body tattoos, you were probably important. Maybe.
Very important.
I don't know. You're on this island. And if I remember, though I was just a boy, this island's for bad people. I think.
Or people that you want to hide.
Or that. Yes. But mostly bad people. But you don't seem that bad at all. You seem rather nice. I think.
Maybe I'm the warden.
Well, if you're the warden, then you're doing a bad job. There's a lot of elves running around doing whatever they want, so you should probably get back to work.
Oh! See, the thing is, I've been stuck in a wall for 200 years. There was a rock slide a couple of days ago that broke free the back wall. Let loose my chains. I haven't been able to shake the shackles.
Shake 'em? So you
200 years in a wall.
Wait, how are you alive?
I thought that killed you if you were made of flesh.
See, you'd think. But that's the magic of the and he rubs his gold tattoos on his collarbone and his wrists. When you're sworn to as the captain of the Queen's Guard, the ritual golden tattooing of the rank imbues one with a certain level of immortality. So that they may always be present to serve their eternal duty. Locked away in exile, I was unable to help in what appears to have been the downfall or prevent the downfall of the world.
So
Some have said so, but look around you. It's not quite so fallen yet.
Ben Warren, do you
Yes.
still have the item on you?
I believe we discussed that I did? Wait, which item?
Yes.
There's a lot of items I have. Which?
The item.
The holy relic of your people.
Oh, you mean that? Of course I do.
The Holy of Holies.
It's in my shoe. We've been over this.
Okay.
My shoe houses it.
Ginkgo, I want you to give me a perception check, please.
One of my feet is slightly higher than the other one.
Okay. You feel something coming from this other elf. Something familiar. Something that reminds you of home. And something that for some reason that you cannot explain makes you want to protect him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really put your finger on why, but there's some familiar energy coming off of him that makes you feel like you need to protect this person.
It sounds reasonable. All right.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah.
There's not much reasonable about the elves.
Is he like straight up staring at me? Because if so, I'm gonna strike a pose.
Yeah, I'm kind of like staring into your eyes and like,
Whoa.
this is weird. I'm staring through you, but I think there's like, there's something about you.
Do I need to put up the adult tag?
Whoa. I mean, I just met you, but I appreciate the amount of flattery you're giving me.
Just a reminder to send your fan fiction too.
I'm a skinny little, elf man, and he's a
Just a
big,
little
chunky elf man. So you know,
is chunky one.
Homebrew after dark.
Saoirse's
Accept fan fiction and fan art. However, we only accept it by post. We have a PO box. Do not email it. We will not check it.
No, I actually kind of want to see that. Please send it on.
just DM church directly. You got.
Yeah, after hearing his explanation, Saoirse is like, looking up more now, because like this one seems to be all right.
Like I said, there is an intelligence and a wisdom there, and something old, especially by mortal standards.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am glad that you are not deeply and uncontrollably violent. I was concerned somewhat when I asked for your assistance.
Well, you've done a great deed in clearing my mind, returning to me the person I was.
I'm quite glad it worked. You must be incredibly resilient. I have to cast it over the animals almost continuously to keep them from succumbing.
Lucky. I wish I didn't go mad over the 200 years.
Should have been locked in a wall.
Should have been locked in a wall and had some special tattoo.
Right.
That's what it really took.
But I have
Walls.
a question for you, Church.
What you got?
We've got a decent vantage from here, looking down through the valley towards the lake. If I have a quick peer around, do we have any spiritual activity?
Occasionally you'll see one. Basically, the spirit of some poor person who got lost and made their way here and was set upon by the elves, but not very many.
Okay. All right. He looks out over the valley and says, the way seems fairly safe. At least. The dead are scattered about, but infrequent. Not a mass grave as some of the others have been. Huh. Perhaps we can spend a moment to rest.
That would be nice. Yes.
So you guys want to take a moment to chill out?
Short rest might be wise.
So, as you're discussing this and getting ready to settle down, I will say, from the direction of the volcano, there's a plume of smoke that bursts from the top, and you begin to hear drums thumping deep within the bowels of the volcano. Just a steady doom, 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 doom. Constant.
Bodes
I'm gonna start
poorly.
dancing.
Bodes
Sorry.
poorly.
Saoirse's going to look at the new elf and say, do you have any idea what that is? What's happening?
You've
drums.
heard this before, Ginkgo.
Yeah.
Although you're not really sure what it means because you've been locked away.
Kind of explain that. I've heard it a lot.
I will say that you associate it with the smell of cooked meat.
Yeah, somebody's having dinner.
Oh, perhaps then we cannot rest. One of our own is still within. I guess we should probably take off in that direction, shouldn't we?
Kaz and Jeff would make a substantial meal.
Well, they already beheaded Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor Jeff.
You eat void lizard? That seems wrong.
It's spicy.
It deals damage as you eat. Technically, it qualifies as poison.
Yeah.
I mean, you just prepare it, right? You eat around the poisony bits. Like fugu. It's a delicacy.
So what do you guys want to do?
We probably best go. You know, if we're gonna take a shot at it.
You guys want to head towards the volcano then?
On our journey to save Kaz.
No.
Do we want to? No. Do we have to? Probably.
It's up to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. I'm only half dead. That's fine.
Only half dead.
Only.
We can proceed with more stealth.
All right.
We should probably explain. What is your
what
name?
business have you at the volcano?
Another of our party was spirited away by the elves, alongside Van Warren here. In fact, Van Warren escaped as they didn't exactly recognize him as a meal. But
How long ago?
how long ago was it, Van Warren? Was it?
How long ago was it?
It was a day.
It was about
Only
a
a
day.
day.
Yeah, about a day.
Yeah, day.
Then
Not
we
too
have no
long.
time to spare. This way.
Follows the big elf man.
Right.
So,
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name.
good call.
You wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
I could. But I'm not going to.
I like to believe that it is the 5 question marks in a row.
Is it like Wordle? Do we get to fill in any letters we want?
Wait,
Your name turned green as we guessed correctly.
would I magically have no... I mean, if
It's-
the captain of the Queen's Guard back when I was even still alive, even though I was a kid, I'm assuming.
It's
Yeah, that's
pronounced.
like,
Legend or two.
It's pronounced. Ha 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 ha.
What?
No, I mean it.
No. Here we go. 5 question marks in a row is how you transcribe the hua sound at the intro to Tool Time from the
What?
that damn show.
What?
Home Improvement.
What?
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 There we go. We have given you a name.
It's not really a name. It's more like a noise, but you got it. What are our names but multiple noises?
You probably wouldn't know the captain of the Queen's Guard, Ben Warren.
Not the name?
No, because that's something
Oof.
that would have been kept internal.
Ooh.
You're welcome to make a history check, though. I'll give you a chance.
Wow. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Yep.
No.
I feel like I know it, but no, just for your sake, I'll keep it a secret.
So
I
I
want
will.
to see if I know.
The Elven captain of the guard's name.
From 200
Yes.
years ago?
He'd been reading a lot of books.
There's a lot of knowledge in the hat.
I'll give you a disadvantaged try. This is pretty rare knowledge.
Rare them all. Get 2 natural 20s and you win a golden prize.
Oh.
Yeah, nope.
Well,
I did.
Just
God,
in the
I
lowest.
ran the gambit.
You
It's
ran
a
the
natural
game.
1 and a natural 20.
Not 1 in 400 though.
A 7-10 split, but for failure.
There you go. It was a good try. So I will say this. As I said, your new companion can show you the way. He'll lead you back to the entrance, avoiding danger as you go. To save time, I will say there's a couple narrow scrapes where you guys have to kind of pin up against the wall and move around. But nothing too terribly trying. Eventually, you make your way around to the side of the volcano. there's a big open gaping maw of a cave-like entrance where actual magma flows out into the water, steaming and hissing, just little bits at a time. There's a huge pool of it beyond that you can see, and walkways leading in. Inside, you hear the drums even louder than before, and you hear a lot of organic activity, let's just say, as well. We'll switch to the lava flow music. And let's do this. As you enter into the opening maw, just at the edge of it,
Oh my.
let's let that render in here.
Nice.
You guys will be coming in from this side.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just...
You're welcome to move
Zoom
your
out.
tokens in.
Let me just zoom out and poop myself. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect.
Welcome to bring your tokens in.
Welcome to Don't Fall in the Lava. Magma, my bad, sorry, there's a big difference.
The floor is lava.
It literally. Oh, who's already in the lava? Oh my god.
Oh well.
Hey,
Well,
that stream was too
what
up close.
He went straight for it. Went straight for it.
Wow, that stuff is like honey. Let me just eat some.
Wilhelm's trying to,
I just want to touch it. I can't help it.
Graham crackers on the side.
So yeah, as you can see, an enormous pit of magma before you. An iron grate walks out over into the middle of it with a huge opening in the center. There are actual handmade stone structures that go along the edges of it. At one time, this must have been an impressive structure, but it has fallen into disrepair and ruin. Rounding the edges, and to be fair, no one's noticed you yet, but rounding the edges, you do see guards stationed. It's a loose thing. They're not terribly attentive. A couple of them are talking to themselves. One of them smacking himself in the forehead, mumbling. But they are armed with bows. You do see at the very far end 2 pillars that at one time must have been an enormous archway that lead on deeper into the volcano.
Interesting. This looks like it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah. So if you guys want to call it here for the night, we can.
I believe that'd be a great idea. This is going to be a wonderful little adventure.
yeah.
This one of those give me 15 rounds and I'll take a shot at it sort of things.
I will say the heat is going to be oppressive.
Yep.
The more time you spend here without alleviating that heat somehow, the more you will start to take penalties and damage going into levels of exhaustion, fatigue, that type of thing, just because
Oh, lovely.
this amount of heat will sap you over time.
Good luck, plant man.
Yeah. Don't fall in the lava.
I must not fall
Jumps.
in the lava.
Jumps.
I have a trick or two I can use.
This is true. So, we'll go ahead. We'll call it here for the night. It's 9 minutes till midnight, so that's actually pretty good.
Also, when we leveling up, we've been 8 for ages.
Oh,
That's actually a good question.
right now.
Oh gosh. Wait, let me calculate the XP in my head. No, I'm just joking. Actually, I was gonna tell you guys to level up, so.
Woo!
A DM of great generosity.
Well, no, you
Yeah.
guys have you've come through a lot. You've survived the Void Wraith. You've fought raiding parties. You've. This is. I don't know if you guys realize it. This is Island of the Lost, episode 12.
Oh my god. No, I didn't realize that actually.
This is episode 12 of Island of the Lost.
My word.
I didn't even realize we had been on this island that long because it doesn't feel like it.
Been here for
It felt like Nether's Deep was forever, and this is just
Yeah.
blazing through.
yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, you guys have actually been on the island for a while. At least out of character, you've been on the island for a while. Not too many days have actually passed. But that of course that's fine. You've achieved a lot. You've explored, all the ruins that you found so far. You've got the celestial harmonium.
Yeah.
You've picked up a new party member. Lost one. But yeah, things.
Actually, I think
We didn't lose him. We just misplaced him.
Yeah, poor Kaz.
we've gained like 2 new party members.
Well, yeah, since you came to the island, for sure.
So we
Now,
gained Evelet, and yeah.
I'm going to tell you this, and this is me throwing you a bit of a bone. Kaz is still alive right now.
Kind of.
He is still alive right now. There is a timer running.
Figured.
So if you don't find him in time, he will not be. Not to put pressure on you, but just so that little like mini game is out there. Can we save the dwarf? You still have a chance to. And Simon, if you're watching, we love and miss you.
Dookie's very distraught that we haven't gone after him to find Gaz yet.
This is true. So yes, there's a lot of interesting things in here if you happen to find them. People, places, and things. So I hope you enjoy this next little segment. Depending on however long this takes, this should be the last of what you need to get off the island. Depending.
This plus a good, few weeks. Rig up some way to get the Orty out of the water and into dry dock.
Oh yeah, there are ways. But yeah. With that, we'll go ahead and call it. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing. Thank you for tuning in later if you are, and we will see you next week with the return to Sigil Confidential. Don't miss that.
Brand new arc.
Brand new arc.
Oh.
So, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.